Hey guys, and we're back. So, we're going to do another part on this piece today. So I have my board down so I can press down on. I have one of the two canvases that we did, and then I have the decal that's already been cut out and it's on transfer paper, ready to go. So this is the first try. So first things first is we're going to put the decal down. It's actually a little bit larger than I had wanted. This is a 12 by 12 canvas. I wanted it to fit on a 12 by 12 with a 1-inch perimeter, but there's actually going to be like hardly any perimeter at all. So I know next time to tell her to do it a little smaller. But so, before I do anything, I do need to get the decal on. And this isn't, I just told her any random color is fine because we're not leaving this decal on. If you remember me talking about it, we are going to paint around the decal. And then we're going to remove the decal to where what's under the decal is the only thing that's going to be visible. Everything else will be solid. So I'm going to turn it sideways just because I need to be able to do the head and the wings here. Try it this way. I need to make sure it's centered first, since it's not got the lip on the edges that I wanted. Okay, that looks centered right there. I'm just going to very carefully push it on. And then I'm going to get some puppy pads and put underneath. To lift the back up so that it is, so pretty much what I'm doing is filling in this space here to where it's level with the wood frame on the outside, and then I'll move it to the other side as well. That way I can put pressure. Okay. Then you want to come inside and do the same thing. Okay. I'll do the top one more time just to make sure all the edges. Okay, and then we're going to remove the transfer sheet. Nice and slow. Oop. We'll push it down again after I get this transverse tape off, but it's super sticky. So it's sticking to it really well. It's good transfer tape. I guess not gonna let the decal up too soon, but there we go. This is going to be a lot more work than I envisioned it being. Let me tell you that. I think maybe I'll see if next time we can do a different transfer paper. Because this one is very tacky. The decal needs to be cut out of the same stuff as the transfer paper. We'll go over that more in a minute. I just need to get this transfer paper off because it is super sticky. Holy cow. That is some crazy transfer paper. Okay. Now let's do this again. Let me get my puppy pads back under here. I'll put an extra one under it. That way I can fully push down. It's not sticking as well as I need it to. Let me see if I have anything a little firmer. Everything's falling. Okay, so I have this edge of this cake. And of course I'll push down on the bottom too. I'm a little worried about this tip right here because it's on a rounded part. But worst case, I can hand do the bottom part of the dragonfly. Like if it's just this little tip, I think it'll be okay. Okay, so here's hoping this works. Okay, now I'm going to dig out my brushes. And choose a brush. I almost considered using a foam brush. Because it would cover more space faster, but I don't know if it would. I'm actually thinking I might use a foam brush. Let me grab one of those real quick. My handy dandy foam brushes. Okay, so our hope is that we can paint over this, let it semi-dry enough to where I can go back and peel the decal off, and then what's under the decal will be the part of the pour that's visible. Everything else will be the solid color. So that's our hope. We're going to attempt it. Oh, here's hoping it works. We're using the Arteza in Mars Black. I don't know if you can see that, the light. But I'm just going to kind of squirt some here at the side. I was going to try to pour over it with the fluid black and then do, but I did a teeny tiny test on this one and it's still drying, so I didn't wait long enough. But I tried pouring over it and you couldn't find the decal underneath it because, yeah, so. Okay. Okay, so yeah, this is probably not going to do it as thick as I need it. And I can do all the edges later, so I mainly just want to cover the piece. It's going to take more paint than I thought too, because I can still kind of see through it in spots. Okay. Got a few more spots down here that need covered. And then I'm going to flip it and do that side. I just want all the brush marks going the same way. So even if I turn it the other way to paint something, then I want to turn it back and pull it the same way. If I have to do a second coat on the edges, it's fine. I just would prefer not to have to do a second coat where the decal is. I'm trying to cover all of the green. I don't like that I see the brush strokes, but I'm wondering if afterwards And I'm pulling it both ways so I cover both edges of the decal, because you don't want one lip and one edge covered and the other not, because then you're going to see where the decal was when you pull it off. I'm going to wipe this excess paint off. Okay, I'm going to turn it back around just to make sure that I covered all the green. I'll hold it up in the light. Okay, so I see a little bit of green here. So I'm just going to add a touch of the paint where I need it. And I'm going to cover it up. Okay. And then I've got a few places over here near the edge, but I can always touch those spots up when I do the actual edges and when the decal's off, because it's nowhere near the decal. I prefer to not have to. I'd prefer to have it all done now, but okay. Okay. So, I think we're just gonna leave it at this. I'm gonna let it get almost dry. Pretty much almost completely dry. And then we'll come back and do another video. I'd love to be able to edit it all together, but I don't have the editing programs that I need right now. And it won't let me use the program that I had because I'm filming on my Nikon camera and then I'm transferring with an SD card reader to my phone. So it won't let me upload it anywhere but straight to YouTube. It's not allowing me to upload it to any of the apps I have. So I can't edit these videos together, but we'll just have it in another video and see how it goes. So we're going to let this dry to the touch, and then we're going to come back and we'll peel off the decal. So let me know what you think. Do you think it's going to work? Did I just mess up a canvas? What you think? Maybe it'll work. Let's be hopeful. But give me your opinions in the comments below, and we'll see who's right and who's wrong.